All right, today guys, it's Misty with Mystic Gigi. Today we are going to be making, I'm going to be showing you how I package up and ship my paintings off. So this is when I'm getting ready to mail. So I just go online, for starters, as far as getting a prepaid label. I go online and I price check. I price check FedEx, UPS, and the USPS, which is the local post office. If you don't, and then I just price check and see which one's cheaper. I always make sure when I'm shipping for a customer to receive an item, I always make sure that there is a signature required, because things can happen. And I'm not saying all people are like this. I'm not saying anybody's really like this, but there are people out there that once in a while they will say they didn't receive it when they did. So just cover your own butt by putting that signature required. It's like $1 or $5 at the most to get that signature. And then, so that's with your shipping label. Boxes, I recommend using whatever good box you have. I have a lot of Amazon boxes because I shop on Amazon. So that's where I get a lot of my boxes, and I just keep random ones, or I make my own. I'll show you that one in another video, how I make them. So I'm going to show you how I finish off my backs. So I stamp it and I label them. So this is a 3-piece. So I put 3 on this one because this is the 3rd one, and then I just sign it, and then so I stamped it with my stamp. Just says Mystic Gigi. And then these stamps, I literally get on, I get it on Vistaprint. You literally upload whatever you want and they will make whatever you want. I got all my stickers and all my everything from there. So let's see. Let's get you down so you can see me sign it. So, and I just use any old regular Sharpie. And I literally just sign it. I don't do my last name because I just don't. Okay, so there is that, and then let's get you up. Let me get you situated, and I will start showing you how I wrap them up, and I will be right back. All right, guys, as you can see, so this is a 3-piece, and I'm just doing one at a time. So this is butcher paper. It literally, it just has, it's brown, and it has the glossy side, and then just the regular brown paper side. The glossy side is what you want to at least put the finished part of the canvas on the glossy side. So because we don't want to have, we don't want it to stick to anything, and we don't want anything to leave imprints. For instance, if I was just to take this, let me cut this real quick and then I'll tell you. If I was just to take this picture and slap bubble wrap over it, it's going to leave, it doesn't matter how long it's been curing. This is varnished with Liquitex gloss varnish. If it doesn't matter what you varnish it with, if you go putting anything that will stick to it, it'll indent it or ruin it. Whether it's, if you just go wrapping bubble wrap around it, it'll literally leave little bubble indents all over. So what we want to do is prevent that. So I'm going to put my face of it down, and then I just get whatever fancy tape that you like. I usually have pink tape, but I ran out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make sure all the color, all the part that I painted is covered. That's what all you care about. That sums it up. So I'm going to tape all the spots in. And I don't really, you know, make it look all perfect, but I like to make it look presentable. So this is what I'll do with the sides, is just kind of like to wrap in a present, so it looks like you paid big bucks to wrap it, and you didn't. I want to make sure. Oh man, I knew this might happen. Let me go grab my other tape. Hold on. So sorry. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Okay, so this is just my paper that this is my tape that I tape up the backs of my canvases with before I paint on them, so that it keeps my backs clean. And then, oh gosh, how did I do that the first time? Okay, so like you're folding the present, and for some reason I'm being handicapped now. Okay, there we go. Shouldn't have pulled the tape first. Also, if you're wondering where I got this awesome tape dispenser, Amazon. Everything you see here, the Dutch paper, or the butcher's paper, the tape I get off, actually I get from Lowe's, but most everything you see here, material-wise, is from Lowe's. Okay, so now, got that one. So, now we got the whole part that we really care about covered in brown paper. But you can use the white one, as long as it has the gloss won't stick to it. You don't want to put the paper, just the brown paper, over it, because that will not work. You're going to risk either scratching or sticking and everything else that can go wrong. So I'm going to go through and do 3 more. Oh man. So I'm going to do these 3, and then I'll be right back to show you the next step. Alright, so got them all covered now. So they're all in the paper. And now I'm going to get my trusty plastic. And this stuff is a beast to do by yourself. This is just literally one of those shrink wrap type plastic. It just looks like, it's exactly like Saran wrap. It's just a bigger thing of it. So what I do is I start out. So basically this is just for, so say the carrier that takes it, whether it's FedEx, UPS, whoever, takes it and they drop it at their door and it's raining and the people don't get home for 12 more hours and it's sitting in the rain for however long. You don't want it to be able to, it won't hurt the box as long as the stuff's protected on the inside. So you gotta make sure you just make it as you know, as secure and stuff as possible. So once I got that on, I just do that to all 3, and basically that just helps. It won't keep it out, but it'll help it from getting any moisture. But I'm going to be bubble wrapping them too, so all of these layers help tremendously. Okay. So I'm just going to do it again. Do it 3 times because I have 3 canvases. This is a 3-piece. If you want to do it the other way, you can do it the other way too. You just make sure you're covering it to where all sides are getting covered. With mine, I have enough on the sides to where it can, to where it's protecting the sides also. Because see how much I have left over? It just crumbles together and goes over. So that's why that's good. And the next one. I wish this thing was attached to something, but I'm just happy it's on a rail where it makes it a lot easier. Okay. Also, so I used to work for FedEx, and they say if your item is breakable, you need at least, depending on the severity of like how easy it would break, like glass compared to a portrait, compared to, you know, breakable stuff. Depending on the breakability, how fragile it is, it needs up to 6 inches all the way around of bubble wrap. Well, we know that this isn't going to need 6 inches because it's not fragile, but it is fragile because all it takes is one heavy thing to hit it and it puncture and break the canvas or even break the frame. So what you want to make sure you do is that you put a lot of bubble wrap. So we're going to need at least 3 inches on every side. So I'm just going to do one for you on film. You want to make sure the bubbles are facing the item. So bubbles in. And then tape it. And then we're going to go roll. And we're just going to keep on rolling until we get a good layer on there of bubble wrap. And 2, you can even stop and then go the opposite way. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter which way you wrap it, as long as you wrap it. Wrap it good. Then here's where the clear tape comes in. You don't want to make it look like you're just massively trying to protect it and it looks all sloppy. You want to make it look professional. So, and then because this stuff shifts, I'm going to put a piece of tape all the way around to the other side. And when I'm doing that on the sides, see how much extra I have on the side, and I'm just folding it over. I want at least that minimum. But see how it went from that thick to that thick? You want that on all 4 sides. But because I'm putting these all 3 in one, I'm going to put all 3 together once they're bubble wrapped like this. Put all 3 together and then bubble wrap again. So these are going to have some good coverage. So I'm going to do the rest of them and I'll be right back. Alright, I figured I would wrap this last one with you. So I'm just starting it. Remember, bubbles downward. And then, so this one I'm doing long ways. Found that the other one was way easier long ways too. So, I'm just wrapping. Also, you can get bubble wrap way cheaper at places like Walmart. Don't ever buy it at the packing store. And, you know, you can always have the place pack it, but you know that you can have it packaged somewhere else and then ship it through another. So like say you have it packaged at UPS because it's cheaper, and then you ship it at FedEx in a UPS box. You can totally do that. There's nothing. You can even have it packed in UPS boxes and ship it. Don't tell them I said that though. And then for the sides, I'm just going like this and I pinch it together and then do the side. And here's also where, before I get putting more bubble wrap on all of them, this is where I put like little thank you stickers. And all the, you know, depending on what your embellishments are, you don't have to have these. I just choose to. So this is where I'd be putting some of these. So like, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. So it should can see those as she's opening it. Also, we want to put this one in here. That is who it's to, and I just do a little thank you letter, and it has my card and my business cards in it. And then, now we're going to go for wrapping up the whole thing once more. And I recommend using, like, if you ever get stuff in the mail with the bubble things like this, save them, use them. I use them for shipping all the time, because if you're like me and you shop on Amazon a lot, you get a lot of that packing stuff. So save it, and it's free shipping for you. Shipping material, anyway. Sorry, I'm getting the tape off of this old bubble wrap. Okay. Sheesh. It's being a difficult one. All right. And I personally like the bigger bubble wrap, but I'll deal with what I got. Okay, so I'm going to bubble wrap all these together. Okay, one sec. I literally look like I don't know what I'm doing, but I do this all the time. I promise I do. Okay. I just normally don't wrap it on film, so it's like I'm trying to keep it all in the frame. And this is where, if you're really fancy, use all really cool, pretty tape, like that says thank you or your business logo on it. But you don't have to make it all expensive like that. Just wrap it the best you can. If you didn't notice, I'm using already used bubble wrap. I'm recycling it. So it keeps coming apart in certain areas where I need to tape it back on. Keep on going. This paper is all over the place. Okay. Finally got a little bit straightened. There we go. See? As long as you get a method to your madness, and then I have to stop. Because the bubble wrap is ripped. Okay. It's okay, because I'm going to be putting tape on all of this. Okay. Now, I'm going to start on one end. Get it nice. One this way. It will live because I'm going to have other things on the sides too. Okay, there's that. Now let's get the box. And the box is just a good old trusty box that I had laying around. Oh, I couldn't have picked a more perfect box. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now any room in there that might be movable, because basically how you want to look at it when you're shipping something is if a 10-pound bowling ball landed on this box, once it's all taped up and ready to go, if a 10-pound bowling ball landed on it, will it break what's inside the box? That's what you got to ask yourself. So if, like right now, I know that if a 10-pound bowling ball landed on here, it wouldn't do anything. It would bounce off, and it'd be fine. So I know that I'm good to go. Now, if you have any empty spaces in there, the goal too is to make it not shake. So if you go like this and it moves, then it's not tight enough. You'll need to put either filler paper or those big bubbles like these in the sides and all around to make it not move. You do not want it to move. Okay, so now that we got that part, tape it down. These tape guns are amazing. These are from, the tape gun is from Amazon. And they're not a regular tape gun. They're way easier to use because they're so just one-handed. And also, when you tape your boxes, don't just do one across the top. Do two across the top and ones along the side, like I just did. Because it's called an H tape, because I see a lot of times when companies ship stuff to me that the sides are not taped, and I'm like, oh, you know how easy that could fall out. It's just the, you know, FedEx worker in me that sees stuff like that normally people don't see. So I'm just getting all the spots that need tape, which are just these little corners, which I'm putting some tape on. You can never have too much tape on these boxes, I'm telling you. And then too, it doesn't matter if there's old things on there. This label, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to put the new label over it. Don't laugh, I know it's humongous, but here's my label. My printer is being weird and it won't print my regular ones. So this is what she gets, and I bet she'll get a huge laugh out of it because it's so big. But this is how I tape on, if you're taping them on, this is how you tape them on. Is you literally, it doesn't affect like when they scan it, you literally just go on the whole entire thing. Don't worry about going over it. It doesn't hurt anything. If anything, it helps them at the post office or wherever because of the protectant. Because if it got wet, it would smear it. But because of the tape, it won't smear it off. So, oh man, I hope you guys can't. I'm gonna take that off now because I just realized my my address is hanging out on there. Well, if you Googled my business, you can find it anyway. But, so, I use about a sheet of stickers for each time I ship something. Okay, so, here it is. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I am always more than happy to help you, and anything I can do, just let me know. And I will, let's see, anything else I need to tell you guys? Just make sure you protect it real well, and just remember the 10-pound bowling ball. If you dropped it on your item, it will damage it. If it will, then you need to put more bubble wrap. Alright guys, thank you so much and have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And check out my description below also. There's a bunch of goodies, different recipes, different links. Anything that you see me use tonight is on my Amazon, or is on Amazon. There's a link below. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks so much guys. Have a wonderful day. Little bonus clip, just in case I forgot about this part. Just in case you don't know how to measure your box. First off, I use just my scale that I use to measure my paints and stuff. I just use that to weigh it. I just put it on pounds and ounces because it'll tell you exactly the pounds and exactly the ounces. And then for my box, so when you measure, so it's at 23.8. So I'm going to round that up to 24. That's how they do it. So it'll be 24 by 14, and then by 5. So anything, when you're looking at a tape measure, so say my item is 2.8. We're gonna mark it down as 2 inches. If it was anything under the 5 mark, 1.5 and under, it'll be marked as 1. So if it's above the 5.5 in the between the inches, then it's the number up. If it's below the 0.5, then it's the number below. So if it's 3.9, it'll be 4. If it's 3.2, it'll be a 3. So they don't put the actual point on, they round it up to the nearest whole inch. Okay, so that's how that works. And let me know if you have any other questions. Thanks, guys. Oh yeah, and don't forget to pack in the box an extra little goodie for your customers, because there's what them buying your art is what's keeping us going nowadays. So don't forget to just treat them well. Thanks, guys.